I recently upgraded my camera and my lenses to something new. If you have watched my last video, you already know that which camera I got. But today I want to also introduce a couple of lenses that I got and reveal the whole setup that I am using currently at this moment. Let's jump into this video. If you are interested in something that I'm gonna give away in this video, stick around until the end while I explain what I'm gonna give away and how you can get it. Thank you very much. Sorry. Ignore my second me and let's go to the video. So the first thing I want to mention is the camera, which camera I got. But before I tell you what setup I have today, I want to tell you what setup I had before. If you are a regular visitor of my channel, you know that I'm a Fuji shooter, and previously I owned the Fuji X-T4, and my lens collection started from 10 to 24 millimeter f4, which is my wide angle lens, and then I have 16 to 55 millimeter f2.8. It's a red badge lens. It's a beautiful lens, but it's a little bit heavy. It's a good lens for portrait, also landscape, which was the most used lens for me in last couple of years. I was more interested in something more with a longer focal length, like 100 to 400, which is a big lens, and I don't like to carry big lenses, heavy lenses with me. Tamron came up with the lens for Fuji system. They had it for Sony as well. This is the 18 to 300 millimeter. I bought that lens and I have tested, and I made a video about that lens compared with 55 to 200, but this video never see the light of the day because I didn't like the video nor like the images. When I tested 18 to 300 from Tamron, what I had in mind was to leave the 16 to 55, which is a heavy lens, at home and just carry two lenses, perhaps 10 to 24 and 18 to 300. But when I tested the Tamron, I wasn't convinced with the image quality, and I wasn't convinced with the image stabilization. It was a little bit hard to work with in zoom and the end of the zoom range, 300. It was hard to focus because of the jumpy stabilization, image stabilization, so it didn't work quite well. I had an eye on Fuji 70 to 300, but the problem with the 70 to 300 would be if I replace my 55 to 200 with 70 to 300, there will be a gap in my focal length selection from 55 to 70, and I didn't like that, so I wanted to cover this whole range. So what I did, I sold my Fuji X-T4 with the 55 to 200 millimeter lens, and I bought Fuji X-T5 instead in a bundle with 16 to 80 millimeter. What you see here right now is my Fuji X-T5 with 16 to 80 millimeter f4. It's a very good setup, and it's a good upgrade for me as well. Then what about the super zoom lens? Let's talk about that now. As you probably guessed it, this is my new super zoom lens. This is 70 to 300 millimeter f4 to 5.6 RLM OIS WR lens. It's a very sharp lens, very beautiful lens. I really like it so far. This is the first day I'm using this lens, and so far I'm very pleased with it. By the images I took and in back of my camera, they looks really good. So my whole kit contains Fuji X-T5 10 to 24 millimeter f4 lens, 16 to 80 millimeter f4 lens, and the 70 to 300 millimeter. I'm also keeping 16 to 55 millimeter f2.8 because that lens is very sharp. It's very good. I love it, and it's good for portrait photography or low light situations. If I want to go do some astrophotography or night photography, perhaps I'm going to take that lens because that's a f2.8 and I don't have a faster lens, even though it's not the perfect lens for astro and night photography. I also added a couple of more small gadgets to my kit, and let me show you those as well quickly. The first thing is this small rig tripod or ball head clip that I bought, and it's a quick release setup. That's something I really wanted to have because it's much faster than this knob that you have to rotate every time you want to switch between portrait and landscape orientation. I wanted to replace this top of this series ball head, but the screw is damaged. I cannot open this screw. So the solution I came up with is this is the plate from this quick release. I put it actually underneath this small rig clip to be able to put it here. The ideal would be to replace it, but it makes this a little bit bulkier, of course, but it's not too bad. The second thing I added to the tripod is this plate with the level. Now, because my tripod has a ball head instead of a central column, so whenever I want to adjust or level my tripod for panoramas, stuff like that, I couldn't use this level that is on the tripod legs because this is useless, because this you can only level the top of the legs, but what about this? This is what I wanted to level. So I bought this plate with the level. It's a little bit big. I bought the bigger one because I wanted to make sure that this ball head can sit on it without interfering with this. They had a smaller one. This is, I guess, the 77 millimeter plate with the level. Of course, again, it's a little bit bulky, but it's very light. It doesn't add any weight to the tripod. It just gives it a little bit, looks a little bit bigger, but it's not actually bigger than the legs. I have a level here too from this plate that I add on the ball head, which can be used as well, but wait a second. I also have a level on top of my camera on the hot shoe, and this is gonna be my ultimate level indicator. It's very easy to level this head with this level here, and when I put my camera on top, it's a bit hard to do it with one hand, so bear with me. Now I can level the camera with this, looking at this one as well, and then whenever I take a pano, it's gonna be much easier to make sure that I'm getting a very smooth transition or leveled set of images to be able to stitch them together. So those are the small gadgets that I added to my tripod and my camera, plus this L bracket from a small rig that I added to X-T5. I had one for my X-T4. That is the one I'm gonna give away in this video. So if you own an X-T4 and you want to have the small rig L bracket, this is the perfect opportunity for you. So I can send this my previous L bracket to you. Of course, there are some sign of usage because I usually use them as a tool and they get scratches. So it's not it doesn't look new, but it does an excellent job in add a little bit more grip to the camera. It's become much easier to grab the camera handheld, and it's make it very easy to switch between horizontal to vertical orientation. Very fast, very easy, and I highly recommend that. So if you are interested in that L bracket and you own an X-T4, only thing you need to do to get that is to subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed already, and comment on this video. I'm gonna randomly select a lucky winner, and I will announce it in 2 weeks. But be aware of scams. If someone in the comment section contacted you that you are a winner, that's not me. I'm gonna only reveal the winner in 2 weeks when because I usually upload videos in 2 weeks. So in next video I'm gonna announce the winner, and then I'm gonna tell you how you can contact me and claim your gift. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I certainly enjoyed the view, enjoyed the evening, and I'm gonna continue taking some pictures because it's a very beautiful sunset. But this video wasn't about photography. This video was more about this gears that I'm using now. But in this, beside filming myself, I was actually taking some pictures that you can see them in the end of this video. So stick around for the pictures if you want to see some cool pictures, and until next time, have a good time, take care, and bye.